Welcome back, everybody, to part 6 of the Archaelund guide. Today we are going to handle the crypt quests. So there's one quest in the crypt, and then there's a second that we pick up while we are in the crypt. So, to get there, it's very easy. Here's the main city, Port Galeb. You can see the crypt right from the gate. We're just going to run on down there. Now, the crypt quest, you do need, I believe, 5 reputation to get it. We are at plus 13 as an ally, just from everything we've been doing so far. So we shouldn't have any issues getting the quest. Now, honestly, out of probably all the quests in the early access version of the game, the crypt quests are my favorite. I think they're definitely the most fun. It's probably the coolest area, other than the last dungeon. So we're going to go over into the right room. We're going to talk to this guy right here. We're going to immediately get the quest to the Cursed Crypt. Tell him we can look into it. Just talk to him about the crypt a little bit. He'll give us some lore. Check see the updates. We've been granted permission to set up camp in the entrance hall, so now we can camp in the entrance of the crypt, which is definitely not a bad thing. So we can rest here, because it's not necessarily an easy area. There's a lot of stuff to fight, a lot of traps, but there's also some good loot and some really cool quests. Now, after picking up the quest from him, we are going to go into the left room. We're going to talk to this guy. He's going to tell us about a bounty. We talked to him about the bounty. He's going to tell us about a secret door. You can use deception and diplomacy. I'm going to give him the money. It's going to tell us a little bit more about the quest. You can try deception or diplomacy. I'm going to give him the money. We've got quite a bit of money already, so just from selling stuff, doing quests and whatnot. So I'll check our inventory. We'll look at the burnt out letter. It's going to update our quest. And we're going to actually start the crypt. Definitely some cool stuff in here. Some blood on the ground. He tells you about the guy that was going in, who was searching through everything and was getting attacked and bitten from behind. Now to keep going through the quest, we're going to go to the left here. And then this first room. You're going to see this bloody handprint on the wall. Normally somebody in your party actually identifies it, but sometimes that won't happen. And then just to fill out the map a little bit, we're going to go into each room. The rooms are empty. You're not actually going to encounter any enemies in these first areas. So I'm just going to fill out my map here. And we'll go back into the left room. You always want a quick save. And now, after talking to the bounty hunter, he's going to tell us about a secret button. So, there's the first set of graves, second set. The brick is going to be in the third set, right next to the upper left grave. We're going to push that. That's going to open up the secret door. We're going to go in here. Definitely keep an eye out for traps. There are a few in the crypt. There's not that many, but there's mostly spike traps. You shouldn't have to worry about too many, though. We're going to go to the right here. So we're pretty much just going to clear out all of the crypt. This is the guy the bounty hunter was looking for. We get Ivero's cleaver. There's one of the traps. I'm going to take the right. And we're going to get to a skeleton fight. All right. And we are back. I'll go ahead and bandage my people. If you don't have a skull, definitely keep one of them. I don't need any since I already have one. Well, looks like we are getting close to leveling up here. And you can definitely come look at these. It's not really important. There's not going to be much around. This is basically just one of the rooms you go into for a fight, which are always great to get some good XP. We're going to go down this main path here. Oh, lost a torch. Now you can see this guy up ahead. We're going to fight him. Always quick save before a fight. Okay, and we're back from the fight. Definitely a good one. Pretty soon my whole party's going to be able to level up. I believe I've got some health potions here. There we go. And like I said, you can look around, touch these. It just kind of gives you a little bit of lore. So this is where we're going to go to keep going through the quest. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to clear out the rest of the crypt. Oh, actually, that is the rest of the crypt. So we're going to walk over this. It's going to update the quest. We're going to tap on him. Take all of that. Read this if you like. It is just updating the quest, though, so I'm not going to read it. But this is the remains of Archaelund, which is the first guy we talked to when we come into the crypt. That is his master that came in here, and he's basically been lost to time. So we're going to clear out the rest of this crypt while we wait on the main quest. And there's some definitely really cool stuff in here. Keep an eye on what shows up on the map, because the rooms are going to be important for another quest that we pick up in here. Most of these are just cave-ins. A lot of it's empty. It's still definitely my favorite area in the game so far. We'll get a couple of ghouls in here. Definitely quick save before the fight. All right. And we're back after that fight. Gonna bandage up again. I can level up some of my characters here. Go ahead and do that really quick. Now, definitely put some points into Ancient Lore. I definitely recommend it. And Runes and Arcana, because these are going to be used for the main quest. All right, we'll continue on. Clear the next room. Always be quick saving. Definitely always be quick saving. I believe this is the room with the main bad guy in it. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, and we're back from combat. And my barbarian's definitely taken a walloping. Explore each room. They're really cool rooms. This is the Captain Galeb. He is the founder of the town. So we're going to hit this secret here. There's the sarcophagus of Captain Galeb. Right here behind this banner is a secret switch. It's going to open up this here secret room. Lots of traps in this room. I'm going to go ahead and talk to him. And he's going to give us the second quest for the crypt. He's going to talk about his ex-girlfriend, or excuse me, his wife. When he was alive, he would like to spend eternity with her, but he cannot find her ghost. So we're going to do that after we clear the crypt itself. It's going to be much easier to do if we're not constantly picking fights with everyone. So we're going to clear the crypt first. Just finish up these. Now, you should be able to open this here. Get some cool stuff. Some gloves, potion of might, another spell. There's another chest over here on this side. bunch of rubies, some gold. Now this one we can't open without the special key. So we're going to quick save. I'm going to go back out. And go into our next room here. There he is. So that's the main room. That's the main bad guy. I'm going to keep going through and clear out some of the rooms here in the crypt. Oh, there we go. Definitely watch out for those. So I'm going to clear out this guy here. All right. That'll close up that fight. And instead of using bandages, I'm actually going to go to the beginning of the crypt and rest here soon. I just wanted to go through and clear out the rest of the crypt because it's going to be a lot easier to finish that other quest without having to deal with all the enemies. So for right now, I'm going to go back. I'm going to quick save. I'm going to take this turn right here. Clear out my map. And this should take me right towards the entrance. I'll turn right here. Turn left. Oh, every time. I have a pretty bad penchant for hitting traps. It seems like I'm just attracted to walking over traps. Even if I already know they're there, I'll go through and I'll hit traps. There we go. So this is what's supposed to happen is your party is supposed to notice these and it'll point it out that you're in the correct room. Okay. We'll go back and we'll rest. We've got pretty much all of the crypt cleared out now. I'm going to use some supplies, get my full rest in, because we're going to go take on the big bad. Okay. We'll head on back through. And just to take a look at the map here, this is pretty much the entire makeup of the crypt. So there's no real secret doors anymore or anything like that. We've cleared most of that. Galeb's tomb was really the only secret door in here. And that's all cleared, so we won't really have to worry about searching too much for anything super special. We'll head on through. Now, do be careful again if you hit any of the traps. I believe the traps do reset after a rest. So watch out for those, especially for B. Okay, no. Looks like the traps have not reset. That's always good, because I would have definitely hit that one. Turn left. Go straight. Turn left. Watch out for this guy. All right. Now, I haven't actually found any reason why this ghost shows up randomly. He, every time I go rest or go out and come back, this ghost shows up and I fight him. I haven't seen him show up again after killing him, but every time I do this quest, whether for the guide or the live stream, that guy shows up. And I mean, I'm definitely welcome for the XP, but I'm not exactly sure why he does. Now, fighting ghosts can be tough. They paralyze on pretty much every hit, so watch out for that. Now this guy, there's going to be some dialogue starting off. We're going to quick save. And there's one of the, I'm going to run through a couple of the options in dialogue because there's one of the options that will actually make him hurt himself and make him super weak for the fight. So we're going to go in and start up conversations with this guy. So he essentially he claims to be the guy that founded the town, and not Captain Galeb. So we're going to go through, and I believe it is Azabar. I've heard that name somewhere. Thought that was Captain Galeb. And we're going to say, I'll write whatever you say, but in case you don't know, they have his statues everywhere in the town named after him. So green foam is going to begin to bubble out of the white's mouth. As he rapidly approaches you, trembling, you believe the indignant rage has actually hurt him. Now, that's going to start the fight. And as you see, I'm actually going to skip this fight, but you can see his portrait right here is taking a massive amount of his health away. All right, and that is that fight over. Now, one of the most annoying things about fighting in the crypts is your party gets stuck in the hallway, so it's hard to move anybody around. The archers can still sometimes do damage, and your mages, but as long as you have your melee characters in front, you can probably get a couple of kills off and then move your people in. But the hall fights are definitely annoying because they can't move around each other. Okay, so end of that fight, we get the Hecamite Black Diamond. Now this is what's been causing the problems in the crypt. We also get a silvery circlet, which is +5 willpower. So I'm going to be giving that to my mage. Bandage our wounds. And now this Hecamite Black Diamond. So you can give this to the hooded figure at the beginning of the crypt to close out the quest, or you can give it to the statue head. There's another statue head. So there are 2 statue heads altogether. One gives you quests about 3 different items, like we talked about last time. It's the Minotaur horn, the pearl, and a skull. And then the other one, you have to take a ruby or gem or something like that, based off the quest description, to the head that's been touched by the gods. So basically an enchanted jewel. So there's 2 in the game. There's the Hecamite Black Diamond, and there's one that you get from the final mission. We're going to quick save again. This guy's dead. We don't have to worry about that. Azabar is his name. And now, while we're still in the quest, or excuse me, still in the crypt, we're going to do the Founder's Plight. And he tells us the ghost spoke about his solitude. He mentions that his beloved Ermina died 14 years after himself, but her spirit has eluded him. So to finish this quest, we're going to go back to where we got his quest, where we found his sarcophagus, which is going to be right through here. Ooh, almost got it again. And we're going to see he died in 121 AE. Now we're going to do a little bit of math. This right here says that she died 14 years after him, so it's going to be 135. So if we look on our map, this is why it's important for the crypt to clear out all of it, so you get these little dots. We're going to look where it says, see these little dots do show the funerary chamber, and it shows the years where people died. So she died in 135. It's not this one. It's going to be the one right next to the glowing blue orb right here, 132 through 137. So we're going to head there. And we're going to interact with her grave. Just make sure I don't hit any traps along the way. It's really interesting addition to the crypt quest that we can convince him to hurt himself. Like, he gets so angry that he actually hurts himself. And it actually makes the fight considerably easier because he hurts himself so much. Okay, now we are in the correct room. So we're going to look for her gravestone. I can never remember the exact one. Oh, apparently there's a fight. Okay, and that's that for that random fight. A little unexpected. What room did they come from here? They just came from this room. Have they just been following us throughout the entire crypt? Weird. Okay, so we can see she died 136. So it's going to be a little further down here to the left. 136. Let's try this one here. 134. So she is, I think, right here. There we go, yeah. Touch the tombstone. Ermina, this must be the one Galeb spoke about. You're going to feel a presence behind you. And there she is. We're going to talk to her. Go through her conversation. She's going to tell you that she is still bound by her father's promise. So we're going to go talk to her father. He died, where is it? He died during the earthquake. Now, one of these rooms is all the people that died during the earthquake. It's going to be right here. 129 AE through Great Earthquake. So it's basically just a straight shot. All right, here we are. Now, his is one of the broken ones. I believe it's this one here. Yes. So, Adelard Lassax, first mayor of Port Galeb. So, if you look, it's going to be two from the left, right in the middle. We're going to touch that, turn around, we're going to talk to him, go through his conversation, quick save. Now, he says that he died in here to a cave-in, or so, I think somebody took his bones, and they left him over by a cave-in. So we're going to go grab his bones and continue the quest. Now, if I remember correctly, He is over by this cave-in right here, so it's just another straight shot. There we are. There's his bones right here. Just on the map again for reference. This is where we talk to him. This is where his bones are. Quick save right here. We'll grab the bones, turn around. We'll go back to where oh, there he is. So, spoilers, he has betrayed us. He's not going to let his daughter go from her promise, and he's going to attack us, and we're going to have to kill everybody. All right, we finished that fight. Kind of a tough fight. These Golozai guys are pretty tough, and since he's a ghost, he does paralyze on every hit, so it's definitely not an easy fight. All right, and I do believe, yeah, there we go. So now you might be a little confused because that doesn't update the journal with much. It just tells you that we have defeated him. The trick is here that we are going to still go back and put his bones back. That's what we need to do to further the quest. So we're going to put his bones back. Turn around. They are back together and they are happy. We're going to talk to him. He's going to give us his key and update the quest. We're going to go in to his grave area. Oh, every time. And we're going to open that. We get a really cool sword. The Sword of the Seafarer does cold damage. And we're going to get his tricorn. So 10 plus diplomacy and 10 plus deception. I'm going to take those. I'm going to give them to her. That sword is really good. We're going to go back out to the front. Always be quick saving. All right. So this is pretty much going to complete the entire crypt. I haven't found any more quests or information on quests that involve the crypt for now, for early access. So this should completely knock it out. And like I said, it's definitely one of my favorite areas. I love the design of it. I love that you're fighting wights and basically just big ghouls and ghosts. It's just a really cool area. And you get some really good loot. And a decent amount of money. Here we go. All right, we're going to go to the left here. We're going to talk to him. Now, like I said earlier, you can talk to him and give him the jewel, and that will close out the Cursed Crypt. Or you can keep the jewel and go give it to the statue head. I'm going to give it to him, and I'm going to complete the quest. Now, he is going to give us the silvery mace, which is great against undead. I think it's pretty funny that he gives it to us now when we could have used it during the entire fight with all of those undead people. We get more reputation. He also gives us this really cool ring, Ring of the Silent God, plus 16 death resistance and plus 4 willpower. And that pretty much closes out the entirety of the quest for the crypt. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on part 7.